Okay, as we move down this direction, here is another one of these little sheds. This one is the one I store all the chicken stuff in. So what you'll find in here are the chicken swings. There's these are also automatic egg rollers that when they lay, roll the eggs away from them so they don't eat them. Also, you have uh, chicken feed as well as chicken scratch. There's some straw in here, or yeah, straw in here as well. And this also represents kind of the start of the outdoor light system. So as I come through here, let me just talk a little bit about this. So I installed an outlet out here, and this was mostly so I could power one of the cameras, the Roku cameras, but also I've plugged a cord in. You can see it going into the ground. And it's just an extension cord that comes up over on this side. And it goes into this light sensor. All right, so this is a dusk to dawn control. And this controls all of the lights on this side, all the way out to the end of the driveway. So there are lights inside of here. And you'll see these turn on automatically when you're out here. So they go on and off by themselves. It also runs power across. So I just shot a piece over here to this area, which is, let me just open this up, which is the chicken run area. Now, the chicken run area has the cat cam up here. It also feeds the heated water bowl, which is important. It's disconnected right now because it's summertime. And you'll see there's two plugs unplugged up here. So for winterization, I plug both the heated water, and then I also plug this cord, which goes into this special K&H pet product house. And this is a special house. You can dismantle these, fold them flat. It has, as you can see, it has an entrance and an exit in it. This is specially designed for feral cats. They use them in the lower 48 a lot. And it has a lot of design features, like the entrance exit is so that they always have a way out. The bed pad in here is heated, so one of the kitties in the wintertime stays there. And you can see I fabricated a little roof and a little jump place in the back here for the cat. So she'll typically come in and jump up on there. She'll jump on the roof. A lot of times she'll run from the Connex, where she stays sometimes, across the wood shed, and then she'll come onto the roof here, into the back, through here, down here for the feed. And I have a cat cam for a lot of reasons. I enjoy watching the cats come in and make sure they're still around, but I also watch it to see if there's any predators, any unwanted types coming in here. This whole thing is caged in, so the only one that can come in is the cat through that entrance. However, I have never had anything but the two feral cats. There's a black one and a black and white one, and then there is what I call a tortie, a long hair that's got tortoise colors. Normally, when this chicken coop is used, this section here is just unscrewed. I just put it up here as a platform. It's been using that for the last about year and a half for the cats. But there's underneath here, there's a roost. You can see it. And then there's another roost here. So this becomes the two roosts. And then up here, looking right here, you'll see a hole up there, and you'll see a hole up there. Okay, and so in that small shed that has the chicken stuff in it, I just showed you, there is a chicken swing, and one rope will knot through there, other rope knot through there, and then it'll come down here and it'll hang right here. It's great fun. The chickens love it, um, and they will be out here playing with it all of the time. They also like I'll bring some dust in, dirt in to put in the tire, and they use that to clean themselves. And then this whole area, then I just rotate this out every now and then. I left this in here because it was fairly clean, and there was just no reason to take it out. Stays dry as a bone in here. You'll see this also has lights along here. Some of the lights are controlled, dusk to dawn. Others are left on all the time. The coop, so this is actually the run here, and then the coop is there. So they coop up every night. You can see there's a door right here. And so I'll often, the door will usually stay open. They decide when they want to come out, but sometimes, depending on the situation, it may be really cold, or I may be just containing them because I want to work and I don't want them to necessarily get out. I'll close or open that door. Sometimes it could even be for their own safety, to keep them in the coop. This little tube right here has got oyster shells in it. This is very important. You can actually see the oyster shells down here. They eat this, and it keeps their shells nice and hard. This is literally a very great coop. No smells whatsoever. Fun to look at, and we absolutely love looking at it from the kitchen. Now I'll show you the coop, but I just know I have all of my bins that are going into the back of the truck when we move. So unfortunately, it's full of that, but you'll still be able to get the idea. During when you have, and I'm assuming at some point you'll probably have chickens. I have often just let them go. They'll come out here, and this can literally be any time of the year. They don't necessarily mind the snow either. But they'll roam through here. They'll go out here. They'll go all over here. They stay close. They'll go up in the woods and they forage. They find all kinds of good protein to eat. In the summertime, though, it can get very hot. So this is a ventilation. It has there's ventilation up in the top. There's also, this is additional ventilation, and then ventilation on the side. Now, right now, this is a second entrance for the cats. You can kind of see proof of the cat stuff going there. So in here, I have folded back the chicken wire for that opening, and this allows the cats to come in. There's two more platforms in here, and there's another. You can see it up in the top there. There's another house for the cats. They don't use this one. It's a brand new one, but it's still there. And then you'll see the heat lamp. Now, the heat lamp you want to keep off. I have it on, but it just depends. If it's super, super cold, I'll turn it on, but you really don't need it. And they do fine with no heat whatsoever, because when they come into the coop, they huddle up close and they create a tremendous amount of heat. And I have never had any problems. I've never had sick chickens. I have never had any issues because of the cold with them. It's always been really great. And then down here, you'll see there are two nesting boxes. This is all you need. This coop here, with the two, it has two roostings as well. And then I'll usually have some straw down here as well. You don't want to use hay. You want to use straw. It absorbs moisture a lot better, and it's a lot cleaner. But this coop is designed for a maximum of 10 chickens. I can tell you that that's around, you'll get around when they're all laying, you'll probably get around 6 to maximum 8 eggs a day if they're all laying. And trust me, it will back up on you. You will have a lot of eggs. So there's a couple tricks about eggs. If you don't wash the eggs, you don't need to refrigerate them. They'll stay fine on the counter. If you do refrigerate them, then you cannot take them out to room temperature. The reason is because there's a coating when they come out, and if you put them in the fridge, they'll sweat, and then the pores are unsealed, and then they will spoil. What I usually do is I usually gather them, and I just put them in cartons, mark the dates that I load them in, and put them in the fridge. If I get too many, well, then I always have friends that love fresh eggs. You will find that having fresh eggs that you get right out of the nest are probably the best tasting eggs you'll ever have. Now out here is how I get the eggs. I try not. I usually peek underneath here to see if they're in the nest. If they're in the nest, then I let them go until they get done. You will sometimes get what's called brooding chickens, and they want to sit on the eggs 24/7. So you got to kind of push them off. Other times, the chickens don't necessarily understand that they're supposed to be laying eggs up here. So I actually have some fake eggs here. So these are not really, really old eggs. In fact, these are ceramic eggs. And these just teach the chickens this is where you're supposed to lay your eggs. Now, when you're interested, and I say when, because I'm sure that there'll be a point where you're really going to want to have some chickens. What you'll need to do is, of course, empty everything out, spray everything down, scrub it all down, inside and out. I have vinyl on the floor in there. I don't know if you could really see that, but I have vinyl in there because it makes it real easy to clean. And then wash off these eggs, put fresh straw in. Again, this is straw. I also put pine chips in here. So, word of caution, don't ever put cedar chips. Cedar chips are poisonous to them. So I always mix chips. You can see them there in the edges with the straw. It makes for wonderful bedding. You'll notice there's a couple of holes down here with screws in them. These are the access holes for those automatic egg gatherers that I showed you in the little chicken coop area. So what happens is sometimes they'll lay the eggs in here, and then somebody will come in there and decide they want to eat the eggs. So those are designed to sit in here, and then they have a sort of a downhill slant so that when they lay the egg, it rolls in to a little compartment out here and doesn't allow the eggs to stay in there. So then you can just lift here and gather your eggs outside. You don't bother the chickens. They don't get to eat their eggs, because sometimes you'll get them that'll do that. All right, so that about wraps up this leg, and we'll start with the next part.